speak to the traditions and the spirit of the contest between schools, and sometimes they also come wrapped as a massive bronze pig. Floyd of Rosedale is on the line in the matchup we have coming up. And the Golden Gophers will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Iowa's offense takes the field for the first time today. Not much in life feels better than really sticking it to your rival, and Iowa did just that against Minnesota a year ago.
They destroyed them, and I think you talked about it for a year. You've heard about it for a year. In rivalry games, they mean more. The emotion's a little bit higher, so if you don't think Palmer, Minnesota's going to be ticked off and ready to rock and roll, you're at the wrong game.
And this game's so important, too, because I think it just sets the tone for Minnesota and Iowa the rest of the year. They play this game in October, and if you win, you can ride the momentum into the rest of the season.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. He's got the back in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's talk Iowa. With just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You still got to deal, you still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead, potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or 2 conference games and get yourself out of the mix here right at the end when you're so close to the finish line.
And the Hawkeyes are marching down the field. Leaves it with the back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets the give. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. 3rd down play from the gun. Makes the grab. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Try to get it to the edge. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them down.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I wonder if it'll let me change it.
The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. Looking down the middle. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through one quarter. We reach the break. It's Minnesota holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second.
It is this one. Let's see. Should be right. There we go. Okay.
This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Minnesota. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Moulton. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the Hawkeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hawkeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Gets it out fast. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the 1st down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
Trying to keep this drive alive. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hawkeyes are flying down the field. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. So they start in a great spot, move the ball 34 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff cover. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Hawkeyes will punt this one away.
Very few times can you get a guy that wide open in a game, and when you do, you have to capitalize on it. That QB knows it. Look at him. You could tell he knows he missed a huge opportunity. Not only could he tell, everyone in the stands could see that guy was absolutely wide open.
The only thing I can think is he just didn't see him signal for the fair catch. That's an easy call for the official, and they'll accept the penalty. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The offense burns his third and final timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll leave it with him. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some edge-of-your-seat moments between the Gophers and Hawkeyes, and there's still 2 quarters to go in the fight for the Floyd of Rosedale. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's send it back to the guys to see how the fight between Minnesota and Iowa plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Hawkeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Runs through a tackle. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. The give to the back. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense has it at the 28 on first down.
What's up, everybody?
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Turns it loose deep. Makes the grab on the left side. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion.
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
The sure hands, it's Smith. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Golden Gophers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Holds and fires complete to the right. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete on third down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it.
All right, let's sim to the next offensive possession. Meant to do this beforehand, since we're just the offensive coordinator.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Running it to the right. Got enough for the first.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up...
Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hawkeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Got it in the middle, it's Patterson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite and you're a little bit flat and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up and then put another play back to back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice move to keep running.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
He wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Brings up second and goal.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Hand off to the fullback. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. He gives to the big fullback. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
They're just being weird and crazy. That's cool.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Scores on the sneak.
Yeah, and how about make no mistake about it? Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. 4th down situation, and the offense comes through playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
Minnesota 17, Iowa 14.
Looking for blockers. And the returner will be... Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
Brings up
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. It's a one-score game lead, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Stop short of the marker. And they stop for this defense, and they get the ball.
Let's see if they hold them. You're tired now? Yeah, I bet. We held them to a field goal. We have a chance.
And the Hawkeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Backed up now. Here's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got him this time.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Gets it out quickly. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's taking a deep shot and is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got him. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Kill me, Smalls.
So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Second down coming up. Lost to throw again. Got the back over the middle. And he'll be brought down. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Rush is on him. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it.
Okay. I doubt we stop him again.
So much to the chagrin of the Iowa Hawkeyes, it's Minnesota living high on the hog and bringing home the bacon.
Oh, that sucks. Okay, Shane, have a good night. sucks. All the D tackles. Oh, this guy can play. How many more hours do I have? 600. Wow, that's a lot.